Hi kids, have you ever wondered where I get these stories from and where I get the illustrations from? Well, the one I've got today comes straight out of the Bible. It's an illustration that's found in the Bible itself, and it's found in where our verse is in 1 Corinthians 15:35-38. So, this is the illustration. I want you to have a look at this. Can you see what it is? All right. That is wheat. It's wheat. Okay. Now, if someone said to you to describe what wheat is like, you'd say, well, it's small. See, it's really quite small. And it's hard, and it's sort of yellowy, whitey coloured, and it doesn't do anything, it just sort of sits there. That's what wheat is. Now, what I want you to have a look at is this. Do you know what this is? This is wheat. You say, hang on a minute. That doesn't look anything like wheat. Well, yes, it is. Instead of being white, it's green. Instead of being hard, it's soft. Instead of just lying there and doing nothing, it moves in the wind and it grows and it does all sorts of things. But they're both still wheat. Now, this is what the Apostle Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 35. He said, but some man will say, and I reckon he says that because somebody said it to him, but some man will say, how are the dead raised up, and with what body do they come? And he said, you fool, except that which you sow is not quickened, except it die. And that which thou sowest not the body that shall be, but a bare grain. It may chance of wheat or some other grain. So what Paul says is, you take wheat that's small and hard and yellow, but it's wheat, and you put it in the ground. And what comes up is green and soft and does things. You see, and that's the illustration that Paul was trying to get for people to understand about what happens when we die. When we die, most times, we get put in the ground, a bit like a grain of wheat. You know, there it is. You put it in the ground. But when the Lord Jesus calls us and we go to be with him, we don't come up the same way we went in. No, we come up different. Whereas before we might have been small and pretty dull and nothing much special about us, when we come up out of the ground, we're special. We have a body that's just glorious. But the thing is, it's still wheat. You see? This is wheat and this is wheat. And so when we come up out of the ground and the Lord Jesus calls us, it's still us. We're still us. But in the same way that the wheat is different, but it's still wheat, we will still be us, but we'll be different. We'll be better. We'll be special. We'll be something that's really amazing. And this is what Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15. He says that God gives it a body as it pleases him. So God will give us a special body, a body more wonderful and is better than this is to this. So don't worry about what body you're going to have when the Lord Jesus comes. He's going to give you a special, really great body. What you need to make sure of is that you're ready for him when he comes back. When he comes back and gives all the believers that new special body, will you be ready for him? Will you have put your trust in him? And that is the lesson for today.